Welcome to a journey through the wisdom of Stoicism, guided by the teachings of Epictetus. How often do we find ourselves swayed by circumstances beyond our control? Today, we delve into Stoic principles that teach us not only to endure, but to thrive amidst life's inevitable challenges. Stoicism offers more than just coping mechanisms. It provides a pathway to genuine peace and resilience. What if you could face any adversity with calmness and clarity? In this video, we explore 10 Stoic principles that empower you to live a life unshaken by external events. Each principle, deeply rooted in the philosophy of Epictetus, guides us to harness inner strength and wisdom. As we unfold these timeless teachings, ask yourself, are you ready to transform challenges into opportunities for growth and self-discovery? Join us as we explore how to weather life's storms with grace and poise, using the powerful tools of Stoic philosophy. If you find the information we provide very useful, please comment below yes, and vice versa. Comment no, to let us know how to improve the following videos. Principles number 1. Firm purposes. In the words of Epictetus, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. This epitomizes the Stoic principle of having firm purposes. For those navigating the often turbulent waters of life, the clarity of knowing your ultimate goals provides not just direction, but also a profound inner strength. By establishing clear and meaningful purposes, we harness our energies and focus, aligning our actions with our deepest values. This alignment is not just about setting goals, but about committing to them with the entirety of our being, mind, body, and soul. Why does this matter? Because life is replete with distractions and obstacles. Without a steadfast commitment to our chosen path, it's easy to be swayed by external pressures or fleeting desires. Herein lies the role of diligence and commitment. They are the guardians of our purpose. Just as a gardener diligently tends to their garden to protect it from weeds and pests, we too must nurture and protect our purposes with daily actions that affirm our commitments. Take, for example, the practice of daily reflection, a common Stoic exercise. By regularly reviewing our actions and their alignment with our goals, we not only reinforce our commitment, but also adjust our course as necessary, ensuring our resilience against life's unpredictabilities. How often do we pause to consider whether our daily endeavors resonate with our deeper purpose? Living with clear purposes is not a static state, but a dynamic engagement with life. It's about making choices that consistently resonate with our ideals, about turning philosophy into action. This principle of firm purposes is foundational not only for those acquainted with Stoic philosophy, but for anyone seeking a more fulfilled existence. Are your daily actions reflecting your true purposes? Principles number 2. Would you give your body to a stranger? Would you willingly give your body to some passerby? This query invites us to consider our mental autonomy with the same seriousness. Just as we would not relinquish control of our bodies to strangers, so too should we guard our minds against the undue influence of others' opinions. This Stoic principle underscores the importance of mastering our responses to external stimuli and choosing our reactions rather than being carried away by the waves of negative emotions. Why is this mastery critical? It enables us to live with intention and authenticity in a world brimming with noise and myriad viewpoints. Maintaining control over our internal state is a daily practice of self-discipline and presence. By focusing on the present moment and cultivating daily habits that reinforce self-control, we build a mental fortitude akin to a fortress that external influences cannot easily penetrate. Consider the modern temptation to react impulsively to criticisms or setbacks. Stoicism teaches us that these reactions are within our power to control. Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is achieved not through external accolades or achievements, but through the disciplined choice of one's attitudes and reactions. Thus, living stoically means recognizing that while we cannot control every circumstance, we can always control our response. The practice of reflecting on our daily experiences, whether through journaling, meditation, or thoughtful conversation, reinforces our mental defenses, enabling us to remain steady and true to our values amidst life's inevitable challenges. Principles number 3. If someone speaks ill of you, it is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This principle is vital when confronting the inevitable, people speaking ill of us. While we cannot control the tongues of others, we possess ultimate jurisdiction over our responses. Why surrender your serenity to someone else's words? This question challenges us to cultivate not bitterness, but a resilience rooted in self-awareness, patience, and gentleness. Imagine the profound peace of saints and ascetics who, despite facing severe insults and harm, responded with grace and kindness. Their lives exemplify the power of a composed spirit over external disturbances. By observing their stories, we learn that the true measure of strength lies not in retaliatory sharpness, but in the quiet depth of forbearance. Such figures did not merely endure slander, they transformed it into opportunities for demonstrating unshakable virtue. In today's hyper-connected world, where opinions are hurled as swiftly as stones, embodying this Stoic ideal can seem daunting, yet is more necessary than ever. Each moment someone speaks ill of you, consider it a chance to practice the art of the Stoic response, turning the potential hurt into a moment of character building and inner fortification. By training ourselves daily to detach from negative remarks and to respond with measured kindness, we not only uphold our dignity, but also contribute to a more empathetic society. How much more grievous are the consequences of anger than the causes of it? Let this insight guide us to respond to criticism, not with anger, but with a poised and peaceful heart. Are you ready to choose gentleness over reactivity, to let your response define you rather than the insult? Principles number 4. Insult and offense. Why not then turn a moment of offense into a lesson in resilience? Each insult can serve as a mirror, reflecting our own vulnerabilities and areas for improvement. For instance, if a critique of our work stirs anger, it may highlight areas where we lack confidence or need further development. By choosing to view these reactions as signals rather than setbacks, we can approach them with curiosity and a desire to grow. Moreover, encountering differing viewpoints challenges us to refine our beliefs and strengthen our arguments. It prompts us to engage more deeply with our principles and values, testing their solidity and adjusting where necessary. This process of continuous self-reflection not only fortifies our character, but also enhances our understanding of others, fostering greater empathy and communication skills. So, the next time you are faced with an insult, ask yourself, what can this teach me? By adopting this mindset, you transform potential strife into a stepping stone for development. This Stoic approach not only diminishes the sting of insults, but also propels us toward a more profound and resilient self. Embrace the challenge. Let it shape you into a stronger, more reflective individual. Principles number 5. Fear and dishonor. Who then is invincible? The one who cannot be upset by anything outside their reasoned choice. This question lays the foundation for understanding the Stoic response to fear and dishonor. These emotions often arise not from external events themselves, but from the meanings we ascribe to them. When we label a situation as humiliating or terrifying, we imbue it with the power to evoke fear or shame within us. Consider fear and dishonor as indicators, not of your worth, but of where your perceptions may be misaligned with your principles. Stoicism teaches us to detach our self-worth from external validation and focus, instead, on our capacity for self-improvement and intellectual growth. For example, if public speaking invokes fear, it's not the act itself, but the fear of judgment that controls us. By shifting focus from the audience's perception to the message we wish to convey, we realign our intention and regain composure. Moreover, by embracing the pursuit of intellectual and spiritual freedom, we discover a pathway to peace. This freedom comes not from external accolades, but from the internal strength developed through philosophical practice. Each moment of fear or perceived dishonor is an opportunity to exercise this philosophy, to question the validity of our fears, and to challenge the societal norms that define honor. Rediscovering your self-worth involves a continual process of questioning. What is truly within my control? As you focus more on your own values and less on external circumstances, you cultivate a state of tranquility that external conditions cannot disturb. This approach does not just mitigate fear and shame, it transforms them into tools for growth, allowing you to live a more meaningful and content life. Principles number 6. Anticipating obstacles. Epictetus often encouraged his students to practice premeditation malorum, the premeditation of evils, asking, what could possibly go wrong? This practice involves actively visualizing potential difficulties and challenges, not to foster worry, but to prepare mentally for what may come. This Stoic exercise equips us with the foresight and resilience needed to navigate life's uncertainties with a calm and collected demeanor. By imagining the challenges that might arise, we engage both our emotions and our logic, allowing us to balance the two when real situations unfold. For instance, consider an entrepreneur about to launch a new product. By anticipating potential market resistances or operational hiccups, they can devise strategies in advance, reducing panic and hasty decision-making at critical moments. This balanced approach not only prepares us for actual difficulties, but also enhances our problem-solving capabilities. Furthermore, forecasting and planning are not just about avoiding negative outcomes. They are about strengthening our ability to remain steadfast and serene under pressure. This mental preparation allows us to view obstacles not as insurmountable barriers, but as opportunities for growth and learning. How will you respond when faced with unexpected challenges? Will you let them overwhelm you, or will you confront them with a composed and strategic mindset? Thus, the practice of anticipating obstacles serves as a tool for personal development, empowering us to tackle life's unpredictabilities with confidence and grace. By adopting this mindset, we not only prepare ourselves for the specific challenges ahead, but also cultivate a broader resilience that enhances our overall quality of life, leading to a more meaningful and content existence. Principles number 7. No one can hurt you. If someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit in the provocation. This statement encapsulates the Stoic belief that no external words or actions can intrinsically harm us. Rather, it is our response to these stimuli that can cause distress. This principle empowers us to recognize our freedom to choose how to react to criticism or hurtful words. The power is inherent in the realization that our reactions are within our control. When faced with negative comments or criticism, we often feel an instinctive surge of anger or sadness. However, by consciously choosing not to allow these external opinions to influence our inner peace, we find a profound source of strength and confidence. How would your life change if you maintained composure and peace in the face of adversity? This approach is not about suppressing our emotions, but rather about managing them through understanding and forgiveness. Forgiveness, in this context, is not merely about excusing others' actions. It's about liberating ourselves from the burden of being emotionally dependent on the behaviors of others. Faith in this principle strengthens our resolve and enhances our resilience, allowing us to navigate life's challenges with grace. True strength, therefore, comes from within, from our ability to control our reactions and define our own emotional state. This does not mean we become indifferent to others, but that we choose responses aligned with our deeper values, fostering serenity and empowerment. By mastering this practice, we not only protect our mental health, but also cultivate a life of tranquility and contentment, free from the turmoil dictated by external circumstances. This Stoic wisdom invites you to reassess your responses and rediscover your capacity for inner peace. What choices will you make today to strengthen this freedom? Principles number 8. Repressing your actions. Epictetus often emphasized the importance of self-control in his teachings. No man is free who is not master of himself. In the realm of Stoicism, practicing self-control in both actions and words is essential, particularly when it is based on reason rather than impulsive emotions. This discipline is not merely about restraint, but about choosing responses that are constructive and aligned with one's deeper values. Why is this important? In challenging situations, our initial impulses might lead us to react hastily, driven by the heat of emotion. However, by pausing to consider our actions through the lens of reason, we can respond in ways that contribute to growth and resolution rather than conflict. For instance, when confronted with a provocation, a Stoic might choose to remain silent, reflecting on the best course of action rather than lashing out. This not only prevents regrettable actions, but also demonstrates a maturity that can diffuse potentially volatile situations. Demonstrating restraint in our actions shows a level of wisdom and self-mastery that commands respect from others and fosters inner peace within ourselves. Each moment of restraint strengthens our character, building resilience against the whims of our more fleeting emotions. How, then, can we cultivate this virtue in our daily lives? By continually asking ourselves if our proposed actions are governed by reason or merely reactive impulses, we progressively attune our habits towards more deliberate and thoughtful behaviors. The practice of repressing impulsive actions not only enhances our interactions with others, but also deepens our self-understanding and control. It transforms challenges into opportunities for demonstrating our commitment to Stoic principles, leading to a life marked by harmony and purpose. Are you ready to exercise such self-control and experience the profound freedom it brings? Principles number 9. The power of acceptance. Don't seek for everything to happen as you wish it would, but rather wish that everything happens as it actually will. Then your life will flow well. This epitomizes the Stoic principle of the power of acceptance. By receiving and accepting difficult situations and emotions without allowing ourselves to be overwhelmed by negative emotions, we unlock a profound sense of peace and personal growth. How can we apply this in our daily lives? When faced with challenges, instead of resisting or lamenting the circumstances, we can seek to understand why things are as they are and what they can teach us. This shift in perspective allows us to redirect our energy from frustration to finding meaning and even gratitude in our experiences. For instance, a challenging work project might initially provoke stress, but by accepting the situation and focusing on what it requires, we can uncover opportunities to develop new skills and deepen our professional expertise. Moreover, practicing acceptance involves aligning ourselves with the natural flow of life, or what Stoics call following the laws of nature. This alignment isn't about passivity. Rather, it's an active engagement in life, acknowledging that while we cannot control every aspect, we can control our reactions and adapt constructively. This approach not only alleviates unnecessary suffering, but also enhances our happiness, as we are no longer constantly battling against the tide of life's realities. By accepting what we cannot change and focusing on how we can grow from each situation, we cultivate a resilient and joyful existence. Isn't it liberating to think that our happiness depends not on altering our world, but on adjusting our mindset? The power of acceptance is fundamental to living a fulfilling and meaningful life, allowing us to find peace and contentment regardless of external circumstances. Are you ready to embrace this transformative principle and experience the profound impact it can have on your life? Principles number 10. Living according to nature. Live in accordance with the nature of things. This principle, living according to nature, is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, advocating for a life in harmony with both our outer and inner natures. This means recognizing that each event in our lives serves a purpose within a larger cosmic order, and our task is to find harmony within this framework. Why is this alignment so vital? By accepting that things happen for a reason and seeking peace within the limits set by nature, we align our desires with the world as it truly is, not as we wish it to be. This alignment leads to genuine happiness, which is not contingent upon external circumstances, but is a state cultivated from within. For example, instead of striving to control others or external events, focus on improving your own understanding, intelligence, and spiritual depth. Living according to nature involves respecting the natural qualities and limits of our being. It calls us to focus on self-improvement and personal excellence, endeavors wholly within our control. By fostering our virtues and capabilities, we free ourselves from the dissatisfaction that comes with pursuing unattainable goals. How then can we apply this to our everyday lives? Consider each decision and action. Does it align with your nature and the nature of the world? Are you pursuing goals that are in harmony with your true self and the external realities? Or are you fighting against the tide? Embracing this Stoic principle provides a pathway to freedom and happiness that is robust against the shifting sands of fortune. It invites us to cultivate a life where our peace and contentment are derived not from external accolades, but from a deep, consistent alignment with nature. Are you ready to embrace this harmonious approach and experience the profound serenity and freedom it offers? As we conclude our exploration of the 10 Stoic principles, guided by the wisdom of Epictetus, we reflect on the journey we've undertaken together, a journey towards inner strength and resilience. These teachings have shown us how to embrace challenges with calmness, react with reason rather than emotion, and align our lives with nature's inherent wisdom. How will you apply these principles to your own life? We invite you to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Let's continue this conversation and grow together. If you found these insights valuable, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content that can guide you on your path to self-improvement. Remember, the journey doesn't end here. Every day presents new challenges and opportunities to practice these Stoic ideals. Let us move forward with the confidence that whatever life throws our way, we can handle it with grace and strength. Join us as we continue to build a community of resilience and wisdom, Thank you for being part of this philosophical adventure.